खवातीन और बच्चों के लिए हैदराबाद पुलिस की जानिब से कायम करदा भरोसा सेंटर की तायद में एक मुहिम शुरू की गई है, जिसके दौरान बच्चों पर मजालिम को रोकने और उन्हें तहफ़्फ़ुज़ फराहम करने के बारे में अवामी शऊर बेदार किया जाएगा। वाज़ेह है कि भरोसा सेंटर गुज़िश्ता 5 बरस से बच्चों के मफादात की निगरानी कर रहा है और उन्हें मजालिम से बचाने के लिए काम कर रहा है। इस सेंटर की खास बात यह है कि यहाँ एक ही छत के नीचे हर किस्म की इमदाद और रहनुमाई फराहम की जा रही है, जिसमें मेडिकल डिवीजन के साथ साथ कानूनी और पुलिस की इमदाद की फराहमी भी शामिल है। इस सेंटर ने अब तक 10,000 से ज़ायद खानदानों की जिंदगियों में तब्दीली लाई है। एडिशनल कमिश्नर पुलिस क्राइम शिखा गोयल के मुताबिक अब तक 100 से ज़ायद स्कूलों में बच्चों के शऊर की बेदारी के प्रोग्राम मुनक़िद किए जा चुके हैं। उन्होंने बताया कि बच्चों के जिनसी इस्तेसाल के केस में एक शख्स को 30 साल तक की कैद की सजा दिलवाई गई। कमिश्नर पुलिस संजनी कुमार ने इस मुहिम का आगाज किया। इस मौके पर साल 2020 की फेमिना मिस इंडिया मनासा वाराणसी के अलावा कमिश्नर बहबूदिया खवातीन व अतफाल, ज्वाइंट कमिश्नर डिटेक्टिव डिपार्टमेंट अविनाश मोहंती, एडिशनल डीसीपी सी टीम सरीशा रघवेंद्र भी मौजूद थी।
All right. A very big thank you to the Hyderabad City Police and the Bharosa Center for conducting this event. It means a huge deal that we are partnering on such an important campaign, which is child sexual abuse. Child sexual abuse is a reality. It's a startling reality, and we all need to come together to identify and rescue such children and even prevent such cases from even occurring in the first place. And as those movies very beautifully capture the message, which is that as important as it is to educate educate children about good touch and bad touch, what is right, what is wrong, what is healthy and what is unhealthy, it is equally important to educate the adults, the parents, and everybody in society so that they are aware of the telltale signs which can help us understand that children are facing this. And so I think it is the responsibility of us as adults more than children. And it's a two-way street, and I really hope that movies such as these and awareness campaigns that we are in fact pouring our energy into will help people become more sensitive and understanding of this serious topic. Thank you again it's a privilege in fact for me to be partnering with you on this serious campaign. Thank you, and I really hope that we achieve some significant positive change. Apart from that, of course, I think at the end of the day, our motive and our goal is to make our place, our city, in fact, our world, a more safer place for children, right? And while child sexual abuse is a very serious concern that we must be addressing, there's so many other issues. And I would like to talk about one issue which is very close to my heart, but before going into that, I'll have to go back to my first experience with children. And this happened way back in college when I was volunteering with this organization called Make a Difference. Every Sunday, I would go down to shelter homes here in Hyderabad, and with my volunteer friends, we would teach math and English to the children around there. And I remember this one moment during class where I was surrounded by children. They were running all around me. There was so much chaos in our environment, but I never felt more at peace and at bliss than in that very moment. And I remember thinking that this is the moment that I want to elevate. This is really what I want to pour my energy into. And in fact, that is what took me to Miss India, because here was a platform for me to elevate the work that I was doing and take it to a much larger scale. And with that opportunity, of course, I'm very grateful because I've had the chance to meet so many wonderful people, few of whom are in fact sitting right here. We have Divya Devarajan Garu, we have Anjani Garu, we have Shikha Garu, all of whom have been so instrumental in teaching me and making me understand how much work goes into such efforts, right? I think when we talk about strengthening our protection system for children, it's not something that can be solved in a day, right? It's difficult work, and it's difficult for decades long. And that's why it's important that we all come together and pour our energy into this in a way that we don't stop, because this work never ends. And this brings me to Miss India again, because Miss India has given me the opportunity to work on a project that is very close to my heart. I don't know if you noticed it, but I was wearing this mask. and the mask says 1098. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but 1098 is actually the child care helpline, the national child care helpline. And I think more and more people need to know about this because we have a toll-free 24-hour service in our country which is dedicated to rescuing children. And it's such helplines which in fact dedicate their efforts. And so being more aware about this will in fact help us rescue and identify children who need our help. Well, as a part of this project, I've worked with esteemed people here. I've worked with a lot of people outside. I've spoken to children who are victims of child marriage, victims of child labor, to really understand what can we do better, right? How can we help? How can we team up and really make a difference? And so, as a part of this project, I think my two primary focus goals are making this helpline more aware, generating more awareness for this helpline, and secondly, this is something that Divya Devarajan Garu in fact introduced me to, which is the fact that our state, in fact across India, we all have child line teams who are dedicated to rescuing children. But it's not important to only know the number, right? Because there's so many people who are working behind this number. People, rescue workers who are going on ground, rescuing these children from these difficult situations. And a large part of what we can do for them is making their lives easier, helping them rescue these children on time. And that's when Divya Garu introduced me to the idea of the child response vehicle, which is basically a vehicle that is allotted to every district. We have 33 districts in Telangana, having one vehicle in every district so that rescue workers can reach sites on time. When we talk about issues like child marriage and child labor, they're very time sensitive. Every second counts, every second makes a difference. And so equipping and empowering the rescue workers with this vehicle will help them rescue a child before any further damage, and in fact even preventing such cases from happening in the first place. And I know for a fact that there's still a lot more work to be done. We've only just started, but I'm just grateful to be partnering with you, grateful to be learning from so many passionate individuals, and I really hope that we achieve something extraordinary from this. Thank you.
Dear Manasa Varanasi, Srimati Divya, Shikha Goyal, Avinash, Sirisha, and all my colleagues present here. It is a matter of great privilege and honor for Hyderabad City Police to be associated with Manasa in her endeavor to make the world better. When we talk of Miss World, Miss India, the first impression which comes is beauty, glamour, prettiness, glitter. But when we see within, it reflects many things more. It reflects determination, it reflects hard work, it reflects commitment, and most important, it always reflects a cause. And this is what makes the entire journey so beautiful. In fact, whenever we have been seeing the contest of Miss World, Miss Universe, the preceding year and the succeeding year for these contestants is full of hard work and commitment. When I see India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Bhuj to Assam, the variety, the diversity which India has, and from each of these places, young girls come with aspiration to become Miss India and subsequently Miss World. When I mention about the diversity, The diversity is also of diversity in problem, diversity in challenges. There are places in Bhuj where people do not have water. There are places in Kashmir where people are struggling to get peace. There are places in Northeast where perennial floods are eclipsing the aspiration and dreams of many people. There is hardly any place where there are no challenges. And that is why such Himalayan task, endeavor, by these contestants like Manasa Varanasi, it really makes us feel happy about them. When we broaden the canvas, because ultimately it is Miss World, then imagine the challenges which the world is facing, from America to Japan, from Antarctica to down south. I think it is endless. The issue of women rights, what is happening now in Afghanistan, what has happened in other countries. I think, why just one contest? Even if we have every month a contest, the number of causes would not be less. And that is why the real strength from these contestants comes because they represent a cause. And I thank Manasa Varanasi that she has picked up a very relevant and most important cause, that is child sexual abuse and its prevention. Awareness for that is what is required more in the society now, because now society is more mobile, more dynamic. The protection of joint family system which was there earlier is not there because both the partners are working. People are leaving from one place to another at a very short span of time. Interaction with strangers are more and more happening now. And therefore, the vulnerabilities have also gone up. I would recommend that such kind of awareness exercise with the help of government department, and we have a wonderful officer here, Srimati Divya, who has been such a dedicated person that we feel encouraged by our participation with her. Friends, when I first heard the name Manasa Varanasi, I was pondering about the background to it. And to tell you frankly, I do not know much about it, but I must confess one thing, that the word Varanasi is very, very appealing. That is the only city which has the continuous habitation for more than 6,000 years of Indian history, world history. It represents the culture, the golden culture from where we started. And it also represents the ethos of women education. When the great Shankaracharya, after defeating all the scholars in the India, went to Varanasi, then it was called Kashi, and there was a debate with the famous Mandan Mishra. He defeated Mandan Mishra very easily, but there was a tough time for Shankaracharya to defeat his wife of Mandan Mishra, who was competing in the debate with Shankaracharya. So that was the women education at that ancient time, which we talk about even now. And I feel so happy to see her, the confidence, the enthusiasm which she has. I am sure not only she is going to win all the trophies, all the positions, but she will also carry up more and more causes for all of us, and Hyderabad City Police would be too happy to be a partner for her in the onward journey. I really thank you, Manasa, that the path which you have chosen, it is an endless journey. It is not just a crown on your head, but it is a big responsibility which will push you and all of us to reach greater height of safety and security in every form. Because no concept of human dignity is complete unless and until we have safety and security first. Thank you so much.